Welcome into Bears Now by Chat Sports. I'm Harrison Graham, and it is mailbag time, so use the hashtag Bears or Super Chat, and we will get to as many questions as we possibly can. It's a Super Chat from Justin to get us started. Do you think we go for a right tackle since Borum got embarrassed last night? Also, Jeudy for a third. Let's start with Jeudy. If you can get him for a third, I'm probably in. He's still got another year on his contract. I can't remember if they picked up his fifth-year option or not, but I'd have to double-check that. But I like Jeudy. He hasn't been great in the NFL. He's kind of been average, but he still would be this team's number 2, and I think playing with Justin Fields could help him a little bit, which is crazy to say because they have Russell Wilson, who has not been good. But I think they could play well together. He could be a number 2 behind Darnell Mooney. Right tackle, I don't think they'll make a move. They could bench Borum for Riley Reef, but I would be surprised if a trade happened on that front before the deadline. Keem78, how likely is it that we will see Super Saiyan Fields this season or 2023 at the latest? I mean, we're seeing big-time moments already. I mean, I'd say it's in the last 3 games against Minnesota, Washington, and New England. He's had multiple special plays in every game. Now, he's also had some bad plays, some inconsistencies. It's about tightening that consistency stuff and the easier stuff. Like sometimes he rushes to quick wide receiver screens. Last night I did that a couple times, and the ball seemed to slip out because it was a wet ball. You got to take that extra split second, get a good grip, and throw it out there. Like he did a good job of that when he had to pump fake before he threw it to Khalil Herbert. That was a really good play. But, if he can clean up some of that minor stuff, then I think we're seeing big-time growth as it is. And if the consistency comes along as well, could be cooking with gas moving forward. Alex Ammerling, wearing my Bears gear to work today. Bear down in the chat. Alex is fired up after that win over the New England Patriots. So get the bear downs going down in the comment section because, hey, how can you not be fired up after that win? From Candace, Roquan Smith for DJ Moore and a second or first. I'll be honest, I think it would be more like Roquan for DJ Moore straight up in terms of value. I don't think Roquan Smith has a lot more value than DJ Moore, and it's possible he doesn't have any more value than DJ Moore. And I love Roquan Smith, but wide receivers are more valuable than linebackers in today's NFL. So if you think you're getting a first and second plus DJ Moore for Roquan, I think you're sadly mistaken on that front. From Plant One, would you rather trade for Elijah Moore or Chase Claypool? I would probably Chase Claypool because I like the size and speed combo. He's a little more accomplished in year 3. Elijah Moore in year 2, but I would definitely probably go Claypool. I think that size and speed combo with Justin Fields' vertical passing ability is a little bit more intriguing. Elijah Moore at 5'10" is kind of similar to Darnell Mooney as a player, so I'd probably go with Claypool, who gives you a little bit different of a dimension. Pick a receiver, though. Who would you rather have? Type EM for Elijah Moore, type CC for Chase Claypool. Let me know in the comments. CC for Claypool or EM for Elijah Moore. And while you're at it, subscribe to the channel because we're going to have videos all season long, the latest Bears news, rumors, injury updates, live mailbags like this one. You got to subscribe and join us on Tuesdays to be a part of these mailbags. So hit that sub button and join us every single day on the channel, every Tuesday for live shows, and, of course, every game day for watch parties. Devin Erickson, Fields breakout game on the way, Chicago 31, Dallas 13. If the Bears beat the Cowboys at all, much less a blowout, it changes how you feel about this season. It really does. You already have shifted at least a little after that Patriots game. Like, I think my main takeaway after the Patriots game is, like, this team's going to fight. They're not going to throw in the towel. They're not going to roll over and go 3-14, 4-13. Like, they'll be competitive, and they'll probably, at worst, win 6 games. Like, they're too scrappy and too well coached to just roll over. The defense is pretty good. The offense is playing better. Number 1 rushing attack in the league. But if you beat Dallas, then it's like you don't want to say playoffs, but you're 4-4 in a bad NFC. You've beaten 2 good teams in a row on the road to kind of make up for a couple not-so-great losses. Kind of evens out there. Yeah, I mean, look, let's see what happens. It's one game. It's one game. We got to see if they can repeat it and at least go compete with Dallas, which is easily going to be the toughest defense they've faced. although they face some tough ones. San Francisco is a good one, and New England's a good one. Yeah, let's see. I'm cautiously optimistic for Sunday afternoon. Julian Ojeda, any great draft ideas? You know, it's hard to say without knowing where the Bears will be picking, but I mean, the obvious is like, yeah, wide receiver, offensive line. I think pass rusher could be an option. I keep getting asked about Will Anderson. You're going to have to be picking the top 3 or 5 to get him. And beating New England last night makes me think that won't be the case. I think this team is going to be outside the top 5. Could be picking in the top 10. That's very much still in play. But I don't think Will Anderson will be there when this team picks. Trading down to get an extra pick could be an option. I would be open to that. Maybe trade down. Say you have the 8th pick, right? Trade down to like 15, draft a receiver, and maybe you have an extra first or an early second to go along with your own early second. Get a lineman and then another player there. I think that could work. So, yeah, those are a couple potential scenarios, Julian. But as far as specific players right now, it's still a little bit early in the process. Follow us on the Call-In app. We go live after every single game for a post-game show. Normally, we go live after our Tuesday live shows, although this Tuesday did not do that. But normally we do. It's your chance to call into the show and sound off on the latest Bears news and rumors. Give me your hot takes, and we'll go back and forth and kind of break it all down for you guys. Download the app. On your app store, left side of your screen is the QR code for the Apple App Store. So if you have an iPhone or an iPad, on the right side, it's for Google Play App Store. So if you have an Android or a Microsoft tablet, a non-Apple product, you can download it by using that QR code. So if you're watching on a TV, a Fire Stick, get the phone out and just get that QR code going and download the app today. And then search Bears Now and subscribe as we go live, usually twice a week, but at least once every single week. Alex Hernandez, do you think the way Poles built the O-line to be thinner and fast hurts them against pass protection? It depends on who you're going up against. If you're going against powerful bull rushers, yeah, that can be the case. But if you build this slow, physical group like they tried to do last year last year the O-line struggled too. They did have some power, though. Jason Peters played with good power. When Jenkins played, he had good power, but he was very slow. Obviously, Peters was getting older. James Daniels, good power, but a very slow lineman. The problem with guys who aren't agile in today's NFL, it doesn't help when you're trying to run an outside zone, which this team wants to do running the football. It doesn't help when you have to maximize a mobile quarterback either. I actually like the way they're trying to do it now is get guys who are more athletic. Maybe you're sacrificing a little bit of power, but you can be athletic and powerful. Both can be the case, and I think the Bears have a few guys that can do that. Tevin Jenkins shedding that weight. He's still very powerful. He is finishing guys, especially in the run game. So got to find the right personnel, but I think this is a good strategy for the type of offense that they're running. WNTR leads. When will Alex Leatherwood come back, and where would he play? His practice window started, a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, so I think he'll be activated to the 53-man roster either this week or next. As far as where he'll play, I think he got some reps at left guard the other day at practice, so maybe they'll work him there a little bit. I think they're going to move him around, try him out at different spots. I would guess left guard, and right tackle would be the 3 spots they take a look at him at. He's played primarily right tackle and right guard in the NFL. I don't think he'll be a starter right away. I'd be surprised by that. I think Schofield played pretty well at left guard, so I would expect that to continue there for him to get that opportunity. But, we'll see. We'll see. Could he be the long-term Cody Whitehair replacement? Maybe you cut Whitehair or trade him this offseason to save cap space and play Leatherwood at left guard. If they feel like he can do that, that would be very, very nice for this football team. Shout out your favorite Bears player. Maybe it's Alex Leatherwood. I don't know. He's never played a snap for the Bears, but if he's your favorite Bears player. Let's do current players too. Not all time, current Bears player. Shout out your favorite Bears player in the comments. Let's go to GOAT mode. Are you confident that Khalil Herbert can be a starting running back for 3+ years? He looks like a starting running back to me. And by the way, he's starting to get better in pass protection, which is huge for him. If the Bears feel like he is adequate in that area, then letting David Montgomery go becomes less painful. Doesn't mean it wouldn't hurt if they did that, but that's really the main area Monty has a big edge on Herbert. Now, I would still say Monty has more reliable hands, but we saw Herbert take a wide receiver screen to the crib against the Patriots the other night, so he's pretty good in that area too. He's running the ball more effectively in this scheme. Now, I'm saying all this, I love Montgomery. He's one of my favorite players on this team, and he's still a very good player in this scheme, but you can't ignore what Khalil Herbert's been able to do. I mean, he looks like a starting back. It's a good problem to have. The Bears have 2 starting caliber running backs, but long-winded answer is yes, I think he could start for the next 2, 3, 4 years, depending on how long he's here, if that ends up being the case. The Gabe, is it possible that the Bears can get Jaxon, Smith-Njigba? Absolutely. Now, he's hardly played this year. He's had multiple injuries, had an injury, came back this week, got hurt again. So that's probably hurting his draft stock a little bit that he's been injured a lot this year. It seems like for a few years now, the top receiver going into a college football season either has a disappointing year or has some injuries or whatever the case may be. That player this year is Jaxon Smith-Njigba, but he's still a first-round talent. I wouldn't take him top 5, I don't think. So if the Bears are picking all the way up there, I'd probably rather trade down. But, yeah, drafting him is definitely in play for Chicago. If we missed your question, we apologize, but you can hit me up on social media. Matt Hepler, if you're watching, we've been trying to reach out to you at HGramNFL, at HGramNFL. DM me, and I'll answer as many questions as I can on Twitter and Instagram as well. At HGramNFL. Appreciate everybody for participating on this mailbag.